EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to downtown Detroit and Ford Field, the home of the Lions. Here's the kicker, Jake Bates, ready to get this one underway. And off we go from Ford Field. Now it's Bucky Irving to return. And he will get back to only about his 20-yard line. That's where the drive will start. So they come to the line for first down and 10. They send Godwin in motion. Now a run with the rookie out of Oregon. And he'll work this out to the 23. Jack Campbell, the former first-round pick, there to wrap him up. 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Mayfield. To the left side, to Godwin. A pickup there of 13. Good for a Buccaneers first down. Play clock down to 0. That's going to be a delay. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. High throw, but it's reeled in. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. That's good for 27 and a first down.
Great pre-snap identification by the quarterback, realizing that the blitz was coming and exactly where the soft spot in the defense would be. He's able to put that slant route right on the front shoulder pad of his receiver. Leads to a real nice run after catch and brings up first down. You see so many teams wait till third down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on first down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
On 2nd down, Baker. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
So often for a defense defending the passing game, the most difficult guy to account for is the running back out of the backfield. So a really nice job here bringing him down before he has a chance to pick up any yards after the catch.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Mayfield. He is knocked down hard. Wow, they stopped him in his tracks, but he does have enough to pick up the first down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Here's 2nd and 2. Here's Mayfield. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. Now we get whistles. Time has run out. The first quarter has come to an end. So we've come to the end of a fairly evenly played opening quarter. What will the second quarter have in store? And we are back to the Motor City in a moment. On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll send their tight end left. Baker going to give it to Irving. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down. Now Mayfield. The 2nd down throw is incomplete.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
Trying to keep a drive alive, going to have to convert on 3rd and 9. Baker to throw. To the goal line and in. Mike Evans. Touchdown, Tampa.
And that was just a great drive, really from start to finish, Mike. You could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm, mix in run, mix in pass. Results in the touchdown pass, but really everything they did, the entire possession, worked to perfection. When you can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns, man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
Seven 0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out, so they'll take over at the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for the Iowa State Cyclone, David Montgomery. And the defense all over this one. They knock him down. It'll go down as a loss of 2.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
A 2nd down throw for Goff. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. It is Logan Hall fighting his way in to bring his man down. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Goff. Now, deep shot for Amon-Ra. And this will be tracked down and intercepted. Picked off by Zion McCollum. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism.
That's over the middle and intercepted. That's the linebacker, Derek Barnes. On 1st down, it's Goff. He's going to dial up another deep ball. And is out offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead. On 1st and 10, here's Baker. Get this complete right side to Otten. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. 2nd down and 8. Now Mayfield. Now he takes off. 10 yards on the scramble there, and he picks up the 1st down.
Generating explosive plays, whether it's through the air or on the ground, is the goal of every offense, Mike. But when you're able to generate those plays with your quarterback's legs, man, that's an element that makes these offenses hard to defend.
Here comes Otten in motion. On 1st down is Mayfield. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Back to the air, it's Mayfield.
You have to admire when quarterbacks are willing to put their head down and fight for some extra yardage, Mike. But sometimes the juice ain't worth the squeeze. Get down, protect yourself, live to play another snap.
They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. Throwing is Baker. And that is incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
McLaughlin's kick is good. And the Bucs will extend to a 10-0 lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. The Lions called their first timeout, as that'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this 1st half. Got a man open. It's Patrick. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A gain there of 27 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Goff. Down the field, he's got St. Brown. And he's into the end zone. Amon-Ra, St. Brown. Touchdown, Detroit.
You hear coaches, you hear commentators, everybody talks about that middle 4, Mike, the final 2 minutes of the 2nd quarter and the first 2 minutes of the 3rd quarter. Here they are now. They go down and they steal a late touchdown to end the half. Remember, they're going to get the ball first coming out of the break.
Bates, good, with the extra point. And the Lions are on the board. It's 10-7. So 2 seconds left to play, and the kick's away. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. To throw is Mayfield. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end. Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this second half coming up. 3 points, all that separates these two sides as half number 2 kicks off. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. So they start this on the ground with Montgomery. And this will be a Lions first down as he gets this up past the 40-yard line.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosion.
And for a third time today, he's intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Well, Mike, I think it's pretty clear what the message was by this head coach at half.
The cannons of the pirate ship ready to fire in the north end zone. We can only be one place. Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa, the home of the Buccaneers. So pleased to have you along. This should be a good one. We're set, and off we go here on EA Sports. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Stroud going to throw right away. He's going to run it. Stroud avoids the contact as he slides to a stop after picking up the first down. A gain of 15 and a first down.
A quarterback who can extend the play with his legs, Mike, is just such a key element to today's modern offenses. You can see there was nowhere for him to go with the ball, but he decides to turn into a runner, picks up a great gain, and ultimately a first down.
Stroud to throw here on 1st and 10. That's caught. It's Joe Mixon. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Here's Stroud. Looking downfield, he's got Schultz, the tight end. And he will go all the way. Dalton Schultz, touchdown Texans. And that is the way to start a game. Not just score, but, Greg, score quickly. A nice opening drive for the first 6 points.
Well, it seems, Mike, the hour spent on that opening game script was time well spent. I mean, to take the ball right down the field that quickly, right out of the gates, that's a pretty good opening drive and an early 6 points.
Now Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. His kick is good, and the Texans will take a 7-0 lead. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback.
Alert 33. Kings. Hurry.
Here comes Otten in motion.
What's that?
Right to the air. It's Mayfield. His first throw of the game is going to be intercepted. That's the linebacker, Azeez Al-Shire. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Well, that's the fast start they talked about all week, Mike. You come out, you take the immediate lead with your opening drive. Your defense goes out there, they force a turnover early. All these plays allow you to just keep stacking momentum early in this ball game. This game is far from over, but anytime you get out to a start like this, it is a lot harder for your opponent to battle back.
On play action, Stroud. That is brought in at the 10. He is in. Nico Collins. Touchdown, Houston.
Just a beautiful ball there by the quarterback. And the point I want to make here, Mike, and make sure the viewer understands is, in the NFL, if you have to wait for a guy to be open and then deliver the ball, it's too late. So often these quarterbacks throw their guy open. They anticipate where the void in the coverage is going to be. That's exactly the reason this play worked out here, Mike, and he's able to connect here for a big touchdown.
Fairbairn able to add the extra point, and the Texans will extend their first quarter lead. It's now 14-0. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10.
Alert, 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 alert. Up.
Now some movement up front. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time here today.
Regular. Good.
They send Evans in motion.
Point it right. Done.
From the gun, it's Mayfield. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack. Daniil Hunter, pass rusher extraordinaire, in action again.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
Good. Real. Done.
To throw is Mayfield. That one broken up. It's incomplete. All over him down the field. It'll set up 3rd down.
Rough sequence over these last couple plays. 1st down, sack. 2nd down, big play attempt, falls incomplete. And now to make matters worse, you got to operate in 3rd and long on a defense that knows they can just pin their ears back and try to get after the quarterback.
3rd and long.
Good. Run. Hey, alert! What's that?
Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. Chris Godwin, the receiver he was looking for. And it's going to be 4th down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Kicking time for the Bucks. They'll punt it away. Tank Dell on the return for the Texans. Taken at the 19. And some good running on that return as he takes it up close to midfield. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
All right.
From the gun, here's Stroud. That's caught downfield by Diggs. So a big one there to start the drive. 32 yards.
They certainly wasted no time trying to take advantage of that great field position, and I love it. So often we see teams either in sudden change or when they have a shorter field to go, they want to strike early. There is such a correlation in the NFL, Mike, between explosive plays and your ability to end drives with points.
Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. Open man, that's Collins. And he will score. Nico Collins. Touchdown, Texans. His 2nd catch of the game. And both have gone for touchdowns. What an opening quarter he is having. Greg, that is 2 touchdown receptions here in the 1st quarter.
Mike, all this guy has to do is keep this pace up, and he's going to have himself 8 touchdowns. But in all seriousness, if I'm this quarterback, I'm not looking anywhere else until this defense proves they have an answer, because right now, they don't have one.
Now Fairbairn for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Texans looking terrific here out of the gate. Already up 21-0. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. First and 10.
What's that?
They run with the Oregon man. It's Bucky Irving. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's 2nd and 6.
Run. Good sick. What's that?
Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
I think that's one of those cases where he just tried to put a little bit too much on it and fit it into that window, Mike, and sails it high. Give his guy a chance to bring that one down. Put that ball on his chest and help him secure that catch. At this level, when you're that open, that ball has to.
So a big 3rd down hookup takes us to the break. 21-0 is our score. We'll have more from Tampa after this.
Alert! Good. Hey, alert 33. What's that?
Mayfield to throw it here on 1st down. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. One of his teammates is there to pick it up.
These are the opportunities that just kill defensive coordinators. You got the ball loose. You did everything you want. But now you got to recover it. You need better pursuit to the ball, more bodies around the ball carrier. Because when that ball pops out, you've got to be on it. These opportunities don't come around often, and when they do, you got to seize the moment.
Out of the pistol, it's Mayfield. To the middle of the field, he's got Evans. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins. And it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline. So as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
Kings! Done.
Mayfield to throw on 1st and 10. Right back to Evans. He's got it again. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
On 2nd down, Baker. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. They send Godwin in motion.
What's that?
On 1st and 10, here's Baker. Now, screen set up for Irving. And he will get into the end zone. Bucky Irving. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Well, that is a step in the right direction, finding the end zone. I don't know, Greg, could this be building some momentum for these guys, and that's important before halftime?
Absolutely, and I think the biggest thing this coach is trying to get across right now on the sideline, Mike, is let's just cut into this lead, and let's make it a one-score game at half. So they still got some work to do, but if they can go into halftime, regroup, catch their breath, just keep it close, give yourself a fighting chance here out of the break.
Hurry, hurry! What's that?
Throwing is Mayfield. That is knocked away. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense. The try for 2 is unsuccessful. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30.
Here we go.
On 1st down, it's Stroud. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
A 2nd down throw for Stroud. Push this one downfield, looking for Schultz. A great connection there. They're going to bring it down inside the 35-yard line. The Texans going to go ahead and use their first timeout here. And they'll get a chance to talk things over after picking up that 1st down.
Here we go, let's go.
Stroud to throw. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. On 2nd down, Stroud. Back to the sideline and intercepted. Picked off by Zion McCollum.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You've got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
Kings! Done!
On 1st down is Mayfield. Looked like a lateral there, but now it's a free football. But it looks like a Buccaneer was able to bring that one back in. Tampa Bay will indeed retain possession.
Sometimes these games in the NFL, Mike, they get decided by simply how the ball bounces. I mean, how often do we see a quarterback in the pocket get strip sack, and that ball ends up going the other direction? Fortunately for them, they can regroup, get back in the huddle, and live another day. Ball falls into the hands of his own guy, and they'll see if they can dodge this bullet.
And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. Let's see who they got. So that'll cost them half the distance.
Good.
That's Palmer, the man in motion.
Kings! Hey, alert! What's that?
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Mayfield. Timeout here, Tampa Bay. That is their 2nd as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this 1st half.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
Give them 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another first down. They send Evans in motion. To throw is Mayfield. And unable to connect there. It's incomplete.
I think at some point for this quarterback, he has to start looking some other directions. I mean, he's tried to get the ball now to this guy multiple times, and all of them have resulted in incomplete passes. I'm not saying don't throw it to him in the future, but maybe get yourself a couple easy completions elsewhere before you look back in his direction.
A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out? Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
Now, fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line. The Buccaneers forced to use their third and final timeout.
Hey, uno more. All right. Puppy.
Stroud to throw here on 1st and 10. He's going to try it here again. That's caught! And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. So at halftime, it's the visitors, the Texans, out in front as we toss it an hour or so east to Orlando. And Jonathan Coachman standing by for the EA Sports halftime report. All yours, Coach. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line.
Kings, regular. Hurry.
Baker to throw. And the reception for Chris Godwin. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Regular. God.
Throwing is Baker. A pass pulled in by Irving. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on first down.
Run.
On second down, a run with Irving. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, but that's it.
Hey,
Here's 3rd and 2.
Regular. What's up?
From the gun, it's Mayfield. That one complete. It's the tight end, Otten. A gain there of 10 yards.
Let's go.
It's a first down for Tampa Bay.
Alert, 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 alert. Point it right, point it right, point it right. Opposite, opposite. That's hot.
Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. This one is caught by Shepard. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. Run, run, run. Done.
Throwing on second down, Mayfield. That's over the middle and intercepted. It's the safety, Jalen Petrie. And he covers some ground on the return as well. Out of bounds, past the 40-yard line.
Every once in a while, Mike, you see a quarterback predetermine before the snap where they're going to go with the ball, and I think that was the case here. He told himself, I'm throwing the ball to him no matter what, and it ends up being a costly mistake.
South.
They'll send a tight end in motion. On play action, Stroud. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. He was looking for Stephon Diggs there, and that will lead to a second down.
They're trying to take the top off the defense, make them feel that vertical threat, and soften everything up. Wasn't a ton of separation downfield, at least not what they would have preferred, and ends up being a wasted down.
On the quick, right?
They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Stroud. That's complete. It's Tank Dell. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
And in motion, it's Diggs. He's got it at about the 8. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
Fairbairn to add the extra point. The kick is good. And the Texans will extend this third quarter lead. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. Off the play fake, it's Mayfield. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
A second down throw for Mayfield. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Now Mayfield to the left side to Godwin. And he'll be brought down on what will be the final act here in this 3rd quarter. The offense staying out there for this 4th down.
Alert, alert! Alert, alert! Hey, alert 33!
They'll go. Mayfield. That is incomplete. They took a chance throwing it on 4th and short, but not to be, and they'll turn it over on downs.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10.
All right.
A tight end in motion now. They'll go play action with Stroud. He'll look deep here for Diggs.
I think this defense is wondering where some of these missed throws were earlier in the game. I mean, for a while it seemed like everything the offense did hit, and after that last incomplete pass, although this game's all but over, this defense will certainly take it.
All right.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Now whistles. Play clock at 0, and that'll cost them 5.
All right.
Throwing on 2nd down. Stroud. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
So they come to the line for first down and 10.
South.
Man in motion, it's Diggs. Off the play fake, here's Stroud. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
All right.
Schultz is the motion man. First carry for Joe Mixon. And a good run there. Finds the lane, gets forward. Got 8 yards and sets up a much more manageable 3rd and 2.
Here we go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Jamel Dean.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10.
Kings. Regular. What's up?
Mayfield to throw. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Here's a 2nd and 6.
Point it right. What's up?
Mayfield. It's complete to Evans. A gain of 16 on that pass play. Good for a Buccaneers first down.
We spent so much time talking about these receivers. How fast do they run, Mike? How high do they jump? But so often, the guys that have the most success in the NFL, it's the mental part of the game. It allows them to create separation, find soft spots in the defense, attack defenders. It's exactly what he's able to do here, and really nice connection.
And he's down inside the 40-yard line. Mayfield to throw it here on first down. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. He was trying to fit that one in to Mike Evans. And it'll bring up second down.
Up, Nelson. Good.
Here's Mayfield. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. His second grab on this drive. Good for 11 yards, but most importantly, a first down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
On first and 10, here's Baker.
These can be tricky situations defensively, right? The game is all but over. Barring something unforeseen, you got this one in the bag, but you still want to finish on a high note. You still want to walk off the field and put an exclamation point on what's pretty much been a dominant performance right from the start.
Done.
On second down, Baker. And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. They do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
Hurry.
They send Evans in motion.
Done.
They'll drop to throw. That's pulled in. And they're able to tack on the 2-point conversion.
Everything's about matchups, especially down here this close to the goal line. I think my guy's better than your guy. I'm going to put him in a position to have success, throw it up to him, and let him do the rest.
This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick.
Recovering an onside kick has really become kind of a lost art nowadays, Mike. You just don't see it very often. You're trying to find where's the weak link, where's the hole in the recovery unit. Kicker's got to put the ball there, and then it's just a race to recover it.
This is 1st and 10.
Run. Set.
To throw is Mayfield. He'll go right and find his running back. A gain of 14. Good for a quick first down.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark. Just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
All 3 timeouts still remain. They'd love to use them on the defensive end, but here comes 1st and 10. Throwing is Baker. This one high over the middle, but complete. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
And these are the moments in the game, Mike, where you need your best players to come through and make their presence felt. And that's exactly what he does there. Picks up a nice reception, good chunk of yards, and they keep their hopes alive.
Here's 1st down.
Alert. Real. Good.
From the gun, it's Mayfield. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Henry Tuotuo. Big return at the end. He's going to get out of bounds close to midfield.
Six, but in this case, you come away with 0.
Here we go.
Here's 1st and 10.
Why, Tony. Hey.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw, and maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
Here we go.
Man in motion, it's Diggs. On 2nd down, Stroud. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
One final chance for this defense. And here's third down. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. And that is incomplete.
And that's what you call a wasted series. They come out here and they decide we're just going to air it out. First, second, third down. All three incompletions. And now it brings up fourth down. And barring some crazy decision here to keep your offense on the field, you're going to find yourself right back on the sideline.
The offense not coming off the field, and here's fourth down. Throwing is Stroud. He's got his man. It's Diggs. And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this fourth quarter. So it's a win for the visiting Texans. They got out of the gates hot, ran out to the big first quarter lead, and did not look back as they cruise in this one. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long, everyone.